Welcome back to another PrizeCP Roblox Studio tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at the archivable property in Roblox. Let's get started by going to your game and add a part. This is my new part. I'm going to scale it. Let's change the color of the part to blue. And I'm going to change the name of my new part to blue. Now, if you go to the properties window of the new part, scroll down a little bit, under the data section, you're going to see an archivable property, and the default is true. So the archivable property is turned on by default. Let's now replicate this blue part doing Control D. And I'm going to rename my new part to red. I'm now going to move my red part out to the side over here. And I'm gonna change the color of that part to red. So now I have a new blue part and a new red part. And they both have the archivable property turned on. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn off the archivable property of the red part. So in case you have seen that archivable property before and you're wondering what it's for or what it does, in this tutorial, we're gonna explore the differences between a part where the archivable property is turned on versus a part where the archivable property is turned off, right? So blue is on, red is off. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to try and publish this game to Roblox. I'm going to click on File, click on Publish to Roblox. So now you can see that I am on the Roblox homepage, and I'm going to click on Create. I'm going to try and play that new game that we have just published to Roblox. And here's the game, Test 24. I'm going to click on Play. And notice right here that we only see the blue part, but the red part is not there. So one of the differences between an archivable part, which is the blue part, and a non-archivable part, which is the red part, where the archivable property is turned off, is that when you publish to Roblox, only the archivable parts are saved to Roblox, and the non-archivable part is not saved to Roblox. And now we are back inside Studio. Again, the blue part is the archivable part, and the red part is the non-archivable part. Let's now play inside Studio and take a look. Again, we only see the blue part, but no red part. And if we go to the Explorer and we expand the workspace, you can see that there's only one blue part here, but there is no red part. So the red part, the non-archivable part, was not replicated into the game inside Roblox Studio. Now we know that the non-archivable part is not going to be saved to Roblox when we publish the game to Roblox. And the non-archivable part is not replicated into Studio when we play the game inside Studio. Next thing we want to do, we want to take a look at the script and see how it behaves inside a script. So I'm going to go to my service, script service. I'm going to click on the plus sign and add a script. In our script, let's first declare the blue part. So I'm going to say local. Let's call it blue. And we'll set it equals to game.workspace.blue, which is my blue part. So now my variable blue here is going to reference to this blue part inside the workspace, and it is this part right here. Next thing I want to do is I want to clone that part, the blue part. But first I want to wait for 10 seconds. And then we're going to declare a new part, so local new, and we're going to set it equals to the clone, the copy of the blue part. So we're going to say blue colon clone. So new here is going to be a duplicate copy of this blue part. Now I want to change the position of my new part. So I'm going to say new dot position plus equals to a vector 3 dot new 0, 5, 0. So I'm positioning my new part 5 units above the original part. And let's change the color of the new part. So we're going to say new dot brick color equals to brick color dot, let's say, green. The color of my new part is going to be green, and it's going to be 5 positions above the blue part, the original part. And now we're going to move our new part to the workspace. So we're going to say new dot parent equals to game dot workspace. Let us play and take a look. So let me look for my new blue part. There it is. There's the blue part. Give it a few seconds, and there it is. The green part is the clone part, and it was replicated from the blue part. Let's now go back to the script, and we're gonna make a little change. So right now the blue part, again, remember the blue part is archivable. I'm now gonna turn off the archivable property of the blue part before I clone it. So I'm gonna say right here, after the wait, before I clone the blue part, I'm gonna turn off the archivable property. So I'm gonna say blue dot archivable. I will set that equals to false now. And then we're gonna do the same steps. We're gonna clone it, we're gonna move it up, we're gonna change the color of the new part, and then we're gonna move it to the workspace. All right, let's take a look. I'm gonna look for my blue part. There it is. And we're gonna give it a few seconds for it to replicate. And so far, I don't see anything. Let me open up my output window, see what happened, because I don't see anything right now. And there it is. There is an error message. Attempt to index nil with position. Line number 6. Alright guys, so the lesson to learn here is whenever you try to clone a part where the archivable property is false, it's gonna return nil. You're not gonna get the clone part, but you're gonna get nil. So whenever you try and clone a part and you get this error message that says the part is nil, then always check the part that you're trying to clone. Make sure the archivable property is true, because if it's false, then that's your problem right there. And the last thing that I want to check today is, you see we have the red part, and the red part is non-archivable. So I want to see what happens if I, inside the script, I'm going to turn on this archivable property for the red part, and to see if I can clone it. So we know that if it's non-archivable, it's not going to be cloned, it's not going to be copied into the game when we play, but can we still use it to change the property of the part and clone it? All right, so let's go back to the script. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna comment out this line here. So the blue part now is gonna be, we're gonna be able to clone the blue part, and we're gonna see the green part. Now I'm gonna go down here, I'm gonna declare a local variable, red, and we'll set it equals to game dot workspace dot red. So that's gonna represent our red part, and I don't think we need to wait because we're already waiting up here. So we're gonna go ahead and change the archivable property of the red to turn it on. So we're gonna say red dot archivable, set it equals to true, and then we're gonna do the same thing here. So we're gonna clone it. I'm just gonna copy this, paste it down here, and local new, we don't need to declare it twice, so I'm just going to use the variable new here, which is declared up here. I'm gonna change that to the red part. So we're cloning the red part, and then we're changing the position. We're changing the color. Let's pick a different color. Do we have yellow? Yes, we do have yellow. Okay, and then we move it to the workspace. Let's now play and take a look. And where's the blue part? There's no red part there, but can I still clone it? So it cloned the green part, but it cannot clone the red part. Even when I try to turn it on here, you see I declare the red part, and I try to turn on the archivable of the red part, but since it's not copied into the workspace, you see there's no red part here. That's why I cannot turn on the archivable, and I cannot clone it. Let's take a look at the output to see if we have an error. There should be an error in there. And there is, red is not a valid member of workspace because it's not inside the workspace. So there you have it, guys. So even though we turn on the archivable of the red part, since the red part is not there, you cannot turn on the archivable of a part that is not there inside the workspace. And guys, that's how the archivable property works in Roblox. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon.